Okay, so we're gonna go over kind of the new Lost Colony stuff. Everyone seems to be pretty worried about like how this changes the game, but personally, I'm not. I'm pretty excited. I think that it'd be pretty cool, especially when this is supposed to bridge Ark and Ark 2. So obviously, we're gonna get some stuff with the Genesis ship and how Rockwell actually got to the Genesis ship, which is gonna be kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, what I would say to the people that are worried is probably don't worry about it until it comes out, and then you can decide whether you want to pay the $40 it is, which is a lot, but we'll see. It could be worth it if the map's big enough and it adds enough nuance to the game. Then why not? First thing I want to go over is what we know is going to happen. So we know there's a new armor called Cursed here. So I'm going to guess that's kind of like an Ascendant tier, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's like the add-ons we saw in Extinction where you have the special engrams you can put in the Mega Lab. Maybe it's like that. I'm guessing it won't be. but I'm assuming it'll be some sort of new weapon tier. The next thing is that how do you make the cursed weapons? So I'm gonna guess you probably have to kill these vampires, whether it be during a sort of blood moon type event, or if you just kill them regularly. Either way, I think it would be pretty cool. We also know there's going to be a skill tree, which every RPG in the world pretty much has a skill tree. From Assassin's Creed to Elden Ring, I'm pretty sure they all have one. So that'll be new. The engram system you get while you're like leveling up your character, I think is going to be completely separate. So it's probably going to just be its own separate page, kind of like where the map or the tribe logs are in your menu. This is probably where the transition begins between like this traditional Ark style and then the Ark 2 style combat, which I mean it could be pretty cool. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be constant night, so this is kind of more of my like assumptions and what I think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be probably constant night, and you're gonna have blood moon type like events and stuff like that maybe make these things insane. These seem to be searchlights, so I wouldn't be shocked if these alert you or alert the enemies to where you are, and then you'd have to fight them off, like obviously. I could totally see this whole thing turning red and that being the Blood Moon event, kind of like the theme to the logo. I'm guessing the city is probably you're gonna have to go through the city and save NPCs like Rockwell, maybe Nerva. That'd be pretty cool. Some of the bad guys, and then you have obviously Mei Ying and Diana, which I'll touch on in a second for some more theories. But I'm gonna guess these creatures also probably work like the Nameless, so whether they hide in shadowy places or darker places and come out later, or if you can straight up put like, I don't know, some sort of like charge lantern down and then that makes them weaker. That's what I'd assume, because vampires historically, through mythology, I think it's mythology, always like the light hurts them. So I'm guessing it'll be no different in Wildcard's take on them. Obviously no sun. I wonder what that'll do to crops and stuff. I don't think it really affected Aberration that much, so I wonder if it'll affect this at all either. Probably not. The next thing I want to say is that the map looks pretty similar to Extinction. I'm wondering if this could be like the Genesis 2 launch site. But if not, you have like kind of a similar style with the city in the background. Hopefully this is an explorable castle though, not like an Extinction where you can't go through many of the buildings. That would be pretty cool, and that's roughly what my guess would be. I also see lights down here, so I'm wondering if maybe that's where you find NPCs. Speaking of NPCs, there's NPCs in this game. So you're probably going to find, like I said, Diana, Mei Ying, and I assume what's going to happen is one of Diana or Mei Ying is going to be infected by a vampire, and then that'll be your final fight. I'm assuming cutscenes as well, because this looks like a cutscene. So maybe there's cutscenes for each character you meet, which would make sense. That's how you would meet Mei Ying. You meet Mei Ying, say you meet her in the city, or maybe you meet a bad version of Mei Ying and you see that she's been turned into a vampire. Get my picture. No, I can't. But that would be kind of my guess. Yeah, that's kind of it. So it's going to be a short video, but I just kind of want to go over my thoughts on what I think could happen, what I think might happen, and I want you guys to remain positive on this because it could be the Aquatica trailer, and it's not. So yeah, I just urge everyone to keep an open mind, and I'm going to give away a copy of this. So once we hit 1,000 subs, one of you guys will get a copy of this game. Could be in 2029. So whenever that happens, I will do it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.